From amazing 5-bedroom, 2-story homes to beautiful 2 bedrooms with office space, Celebrity Homes has the perfect home for you. Our homes come with amazing features: vaulted ceilings, sprinkler systems, quartz countertops, designer light packages, and more. Plus, Celebrity Homes is proud to offer our new exclusive closing package. Get a refrigerator, washer-dryer, garage door opener, instant access to Wi-Fi, professionally installed blinds, and up to $3,000 towards closing costs. Yes, it's all included. Visit CelebrityHomesOmaha.com today.
When your space has the long-lasting, noticeable scent of Airwick Vibrant Essential Mist, you'll want to invite everyone over. From book club to reality TV watch parties, even the in-laws.
It smells amazing.
Airwick Vibrant Essential Mist is infused with 2 times more essential oil versus regular Airwick Essential Mist for our most authentic, nature-inspired fragrance experience. Airwick Vibrant Essential Mist is perfectly portable and effortlessly easy, the way fragrance should be. Now that's a breath of fresh Airwick.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Newmark, a.k.a.
Uncle New.
From Jurassic 5, and you're checking out the library with my main man, Tim Einenkel, on www.rapstation.com.
We gon' take it there. Yeah. Ray's Cafe. We got the little nice tables outside.
Legendary lyricist OC is no stranger to real deal hip-hop fans, as he continues to produce top-quality work for the past 20 years. New York-based producer Ray West, although a newer name to some, is already releasing timeless material as part of the Red Apples Love New York collective. In January, Ray West and OC joined forces to release Ray's Cafe, a 9-track project available on cassette and vinyl, which takes a listener on a mellow journey set in a smoky jazz cafe in the 1970s. OC and Ray West, thanks for joining me in the library with Tim Einenkel on And You Don't Stop with Chuck D on rapstation.com.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
As mentioned, I mean, the album is jazz-based theme, so I kind of imagine the first track with the listener is listening to the first track, and that kind of begins the night for the listener at this jazz club, and then the last track ends his or her night. So I'm just wondering, is that how you guys compose the album, where you did track 1 first, track 2 first, track 3, and so on and so on, or kind of did you do a bunch of different tracks all over and then put the pieces together?
Yeah, we just did them as we went along, and then at the end we put it together. We didn't make an opening and a closing in real time. That came, in post-recording,
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was basically organic. Everything was organic that was done. And, Ray just put it together. He had the pieces together.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. And, you guys obviously, listening to this album, you guys, and reading up on it, you guys obviously had a vision for what you wanted to do on this album, for what each track was supposed to convey. So I'm just curious, I guess for Ray, the production side, how did you know when a track was done, completed on your end, and then OC on your side, lyrically, how did you know when a track was completed for you?
O gave me the idea of Ray's Cafe by making the title track Ray's Cafe.
Nice.
So that gave us the idea to do an album, with that vibe. So I plucked beats that I had that fit, and then in the process I made beats, and whatever O liked is what we used, So I would make like skeletons and let O hear them, and whichever he preferred to rhyme to, he would rhyme to, and then I would finish them up, if it needed anything else,
Nice. And O for you?
Everything that we did, we basically had a conversation before each song was recorded, and it wasn't nothing that was planned. You know what I'm saying? We didn't pre-plan that or anything. It just happened like that. And stuff like that, I think, on our part, is honesty. That's why I think the producer and MC thing worked with me and him.
Yeah, it all came from real life. We wouldn't spend time coming up with a concept. We would talk about our life, and then O would somehow manifest that into the science of the song,
Oh, that's dope.
And we would actually record the record right after the conversation each time.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So you guys were actually, I know this is a question I was going to ask a little later, but a lot of times, obviously with email and technology, a lot of times people are not in the same, the same state. Someone makes the beat, they email it to the lyricist does his thing, and they send it back. So were you guys actually recording this whole album you guys are in the same location?
Yep.
Every lab.
Yeah.
Every song.
Wow. I feel that's like
every song was like, I think, every song was written there, on the spot,
Each song was written there, and basically they was recorded either 20, 30 minutes, no less than an hour, you know what I'm saying, each. And like I said, it was something that we really didn't think about. We just, his mom's cooked dinner.
Nice.
Something like that. I'm dead serious. And
yep.
Things just, he gave me a comfortability there being in his studio. So right off the bat, you know what I'm saying, I already knew how the outcome was going to be without hearing the product finished.
Nice. And I kind of want to go, obviously Ray's beats in this album set a mood. I'm going to say this many times during this interview, but not just the beats, but also the whole album is extremely timeless album. I feel you could listen to it 20 years later and it's just relevant for when you listen to it 20 years later.
Nice.
But my question, the question for O would be, once you got the feel of kind of Ray's style and Ray's beats, was it easy for you to write over them, or did you feel like they were extra special, so you had to write I guess extra hard for them and stuff like that?
Like I said, it was a combination of, I guess it was like training, like sparring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, you could probably put somebody in the ring without sparring and stuff, but that don't mean that the outcome is gonna be a knockout or a win. You know what I'm saying? With him, it was a combination of different things. Like, it was the conversation, it was the comfortability. Like I said, I'll be lying to say that I didn't come back and finish a song or two.
Nice.
But for the most part, I think we recorded full songs after conversations, period. So it was just we touched up on stuff after, a bulk of that stuff was recorded. But for the most part, we did it on the fly. Everything was on the fly.
Damn. Nice. Ray, my next question is for you. Obviously, when conveying a story or an idea, it's it's easier for an MC to do it, right? Because he or she has words. But as a producer, I feel like it's a lot harder because you're not using words, you're using the beats, the instruments around you. How did you make sure that your work was expressing kind of what you wanted the listener or wanted your fans to take away from your music?
The challenge on that was trying to get that cafe sound, because it's limited, resources, I actually went into places and recorded cafes, I tried so many things to get it to sound authentic, I didn't want it to sound like the same crowd in between every track or, so I really wanted to create the mood through the sound effects, I felt like I could tailor any one of the tracks in between if I get that environmental working,
Dope. Yeah. So was each track in between, was that a different, a different scene every time, or did you have to repeat some scenes?
They were a lot of work, a lot of processing,
Right.
Taking something and making it just take the crowd from the left or take the crowd from the right or do it in stereo, but I tried to not repeat so it didn't sound, like a sound effects record or a piece from something. I wanted it to really sound like the mood was changing. You know, people were the little clanking of the glasses and, you know, people laughing, and it all had to be real, you know?
Right.
So I had women I know laugh on the mic and record them, and did whatever I could do to blend in with the sounds that I recorded. And, you know, it really was a process, you know?
It's blessed to be alive, me and mine. Cool out, not too loud. Boom out, making you move round in circles off the haze cloud. No pressure, vibe is right. We decide to do it the way we want. It sounds now.
I want to get into some of the tracks from Ray's Cafe. This question is for OC. In the track "Have Fun," you spit a reference to Stevie Wonder's Innervisions. So, what is I've noticed that a lot of MCs kind of do that, where they credit Stevie Wonder's Innervisions. So, I was wondering if you could give us some insight. What is it like? Why is this album so important? I guess in the hip hop community.
Well, you're talking about a 70s record, the 70s, baby. You know, anybody's parents from that era more or less played that album or had the album, you know what I'm saying? Or if you see the album cover, you know what I'm saying, it's attracting to the eye, you know what I'm saying, as well as the listen. So I mean, you hear people from my era reference that, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's the difference with this era and my era. You know what I'm saying? They might not, you know, no disrespect to them, but they might not credit, you know, our era for giving them something or contributing something for them to prosper in the game. And Stevie Wonder and them, James Brown, you know, anybody's 50s, 60s, 70s, blues, rock, you know what I'm saying? That's our era. You know what I'm saying? You know, the 70s is my era, but, you know, my musical taste goes back a little bit further than that, because my moms and pops had records from, you know, 40s, 50s, even the 30s, you know what I'm saying, in their collection. You know, I grew up on 8-track tapes, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, cassettes, you know, reel-to-reels, you know, actually in my home. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just the Stevie Wonder thing, man. Like, Stevie is just, you know, that was just something everybody listened to. Not to even drag it out.
Innervisions, Stevie Wonder, living for the city, Sir Duke, the loop with smooth drumming, fingertips, yellow fructose, a Buddha. I sip Uber, respect the bounce, raise the cooler. Let us conclude on a note of being pros. Prelude the
that is one of the things. I mean, the things about like this era is that, you know, they actually have. I think they actually have, you know, rap artists that and rap is popular now, so they actually who they're listening to are other rap artists.
Right.
And as you mentioned, you know, the 70s and, you know, even 80s eras, it's like they were listening to rap wasn't popular, so they actually had to find other music to listen to.
Right. But not to cut you off real quick, to interject, is what's the problem I see with kids nowadays, or the younger cats, is, you know, they're scared to broaden their horizon, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you ask them who they listen to, or maybe their mother and fathers are young too. So, you know, they say Biggie, J, and Nas, you know what I'm saying, 50. And it's like, you know, no disrespect to them, no disrespect to Jay Dilla, but it was more artists than them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's other artists from that era. Y'all naming only 4. Y'all saying they the greatest MCs, period. Like, that's crazy to me. You know, and I never really touch on it, but that's incorrect.
Right, definitely. I mean, that's also another thing is that one thing, one thing kids don't do now is that the whole purpose, for me, I feel like the whole purpose of like when you do something like when you actually reference Stevie Wonder, the whole purpose, well, for me growing up used to be like, oh, well, he just referenced this guy. All right, he referenced him for a reason. I should go look him up and see what he's about.
Exactly. That's how you learn.
Right.
That's how you learn, you know.
And that's not happening anymore, or as much, I guess.
Nah.
That's why hip hop will raise you. You know, like the stuff I learned from references like that, find an artist that maybe my parents didn't expose me to, you know? Even someone like Public Enemy teaching you so many things, like you would learn from hip hop, you know?
Well, I mean, like I said, Ray's Cafe, it is definitely one of the timeless albums that, I don't know, like in a weird way, it brought me back to 80s, 90s, and then at the same time, yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. And, it's one of those things that it even works today in 2014.
Right.
Which is definitely, I kind of want to continue on with a few of the other tracks. Soul Kitchen is probably my favorite track on the album, but I imagine by tomorrow this will change. The beat is dope. The flow is dope. You even spit, you go, where them good vibes are. Can you guys talk about making this track? It's a 3-minute track, yet the last 40 seconds is just, the beat. Was that planned? Were you guys like, let's just ride that out?
Nah, I love the beat, so after O was finished, I didn't feel like it needed to end so quick, you know? I was like, let it rock, You could feel it for a few seconds,
Right, definitely.
I actually had it even longer, and before I put the masters in, I cut it down a couple of seconds, Oh,
that's dope. That's cool.
Yeah, that joint actually is a actual. I took that from actual Monday nights at SOBs used to be called Soul Kitchen.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to play all grooves, 60s, 70s, grooves and stuff like that. And I used to go up there with Pharrell and Prince, and it was crazy. They used to just play 60s and 70s joints, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And stuff like that stays with me. Memories like that, I'll never forget. I can remember being in SOBs as clear as today, listening to, old grooves and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And this is before I recorded my album.
Oh, that's real.
So that's where the title came from for me.
Cool out, classic spinning, flashing, grinning, having a ball place to be is down at the Soul Kitchen now.
And another track on the album, Go Back. Once again, it's nothing but like just good vibes. And for me, I think it best defines and represents what this album is. Because I feel like it's one of the most timeless tracks on the album. I guess for each of you, which track best represents the album? Ray, if you want to go first.
For me, it's Ray's Cafe, the title track. That's the whole album to me,
Right.
I don't know. For me, is Why Am I? It switches up for me, but that sticks out when I pick up the record. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to it, that's just that joint. Like, and what I'm talking about and what Why Am I means is two totally different meanings. Why Am I is, if I'm not mistaken, is Ray's graffiti crew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
And I talk about, something else.
Right.
But it's layered, you know what I'm saying? It's multi-layered, so people won't catch it.
Oh, that's dope.
Unless they paying attention.
The disco, Bronx DNA, Salon, me and Ray, feeling like a winner. Cold winters, hot summers. Brought a little liquor for those not among us. The baby's so beautiful. Looking at the future, see my world through a cubicle. The 70s, played in the 80s, pioneered the 90s. Now you can find me under that apple tree.
Nice. That's really cool. Actually, that was the next track I wanted to talk about. Why Am I? It seems that it starts with, I guess, like kind of like an upcut, where like it's kind of in the middle of the sample, and then to me it ends a little abruptly, not sloppy, of course, but like just abruptly. Not like in a traditional song where like let's say you just ride out the beat or something like that. What? I guess that was a conscious decision. Why did you guys decide to do it like that?
I ain't do anything. That was Ray. That's the mad scientist right there.
Oh, ending it like on O's last bar.
Yeah, like it kind of just ended, and I was like, you traditionally when you listen to, you listen to any, music, the guy, there's lyrics, and then there's like at least like 30 seconds of music or something like that. But yeah, it just like kind of ended, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I actually thought my iPod skipped.
Yeah, Ray, before you even answer that, it's I didn't even count bars on them rhymes on that album. Like, the bars is off. That's what's genius about it. The bars, I didn't count any bars. So I don't know if they're 8s, they're 9s, they're 10s, they're 12s.
Breaking all the rules.
Yeah, like, the bars is just off. But, yeah, Rick.
Nah, so what my bars unequal, but legend permits. I try to end it like if it was a live show, you wouldn't let every track fade out.
Oh, nice.
So that was how, like, when we were doing the mixing, me and my man Dave Darr, I always wanted to end each track a certain way. So when I do the collective part of the album, it would appear like we were in a cafe and it was live, So in a live show, things usually wouldn't fade out,
Right, definitely.
So it's like, boom, he's done with that song. Ray, on to the next record, Let's go, Don't cry, by and by, and everything is going wrong, not by and by, and everything is going wrong, not by and by, and everything is going wrong, not don't cry, and everything is going wrong, not from you.
Yes, even when things go wrong, sometimes you just gotta pause and take a deep breath. Cry and talk.
I kind of want to continue on. I think in the last track, Gotta Love It, one thing as a Slick Rick fan, one thing I noticed is OC, you kind of do a reference to Slick Rick's Hey Young World with Oh My My My.
Man, I done bitch Slick Rick my whole career. That's if y'all don't know by now, that's like my favorite MC. Like y'all sleep, man. Like I always say something. I start my world like that, not to even jump off the Ray's Cafe.
Oh no problem.
I always sneak Slick Rick stuff in. People just don't catch it a lot.
Right, that's real cool. I mean, so what is it? I mean, just for listeners, what is it about Slick Rick that that
he's the best at? For me, he's the best, and that's just off one album. Like, to me, it's never been an album, to top what he did, man. Like, right. From beginning to end. The closest to that was probably Illmatic.
Mm-hmm.
But, the Great Adventures of Slick Rick is just a journey from beginning to end, man. Like, from the ruler's back all the way to lick the balls. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. So, he just always inspired me. Like, I pick up his album before I write a record.
Wow.
to rise above it. You got stars in your eyes. Oh my. Feeling young inside. My. Life's a box of chocolates. Oh my. You never know what you're getting. Oh my. Stars in my eyes. My. Feeling young inside. Oh my. Life's a box of chocolates. My. You never know what you're getting. Oh my. You gotta love it.
Speaking of Ray West and OC, new album, Ray's Cafe. Ray, I want to kind of move on to one new project you have on Love New York project, the Snake Tape. You worked with AG, Kool Keith, Curious, Dave Dar, El Fudge, Lord Tariq. Can you tell us about the process of putting this one out, this one album together with all these people?
You know what? I'm blessed to be able to have, recorded all these brothers, and that's like one of our themes, the Love New York thing. We're going to keep doing that. So I keep recording, and I keep all the songs in my memory bank, and I just build projects out of them how they fit,
Right, definitely.
So yeah, it just is a organic process, and a blessing, and I just try to rep New York with the label. That's what it's about,
Mm-hmm. That's real dope. And OC, what's next for you? What are you currently working on?
I just got a gang of stuff sent to me by my man, Oh No, and I've been sitting with that like for the last few days. You know what I'm saying? So I was actually about to get at Ray in the next week or so I can go reference and record up in his spot. You know what I'm saying? Just to send Oh No these joints and let him see what direction we want to go. If we're gonna do this project together or not. You know what I'm saying? But he just sent me some incredible stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be a good match.
You know what I mean? So, that and just doing, got a lot of features coming up on different people's projects, stuff like that, and hopefully I'll be back in the lab soon with Ray, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's real cool. What's the best way, I guess, for everyone to, to cop the album, to keep up with you guys are doing?
I mean, you could go to Fat Beats, iTunes, HHV if you're over in the UK, and just hit us on Twitter, Red Apples 45.
Real cool.
Yeah, same with me. Facebook, Twitter. I'm weird about that, so I really don't be giving out handles. If you find me on Twitter. If you find me on Facebook, you find me. I don't even give out the names to that shit.
Nice.
I'm weird about that, man. I'm still analog-minded.
Nice.
I love it.
Cool. The new album, Ray's Cafe, Ray West and OC. Dope album. Probably one of my favorites in a while.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much for joining me on The Library with Tim Einenkel on rapstation.com.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having us. Thanks for supporting the records, man.
It's like the voices in back in his backdrop right now. At times I've been the rules, indulging too much booze, no. precaution. Takes away my stressed out mood, lingering losses. My man's gone and that ain't cool, Paul. I'll see you when I get there, hopefully not soon. Join a Susu, my pay date is next on the chart. Call it a round robin, this is how this work. I'm much obliged to an invite extended by Ray up inside his cafe, so I don't have to pay. Only gentlemen do things like this, youngin', so learn something. I light cigars for my dudes who wanna burn something. Beneath my wings, the air's warm. I vision 80 looking down from the kingdom of God. It's how I see things, read things. I'm not allergic to a bee sting. On flesh no more, I'm not feasting. Least things aside, focus on what's here now. Walls, my wrecking ball demolishes and tears down. It's no topic and I'm on top of it. Rules are out of here, we got this, I'm figuring.
Sometimes it be's that way, but what am I supposed to?
All I can say is you gotta love it.
For us, it's all about breaking rules. We doing what we wants to do. For us, it's all about breaking rules. We doing what we wants to do.
So what? My bars unequal. My legend permits me to pass and blitz when I'm writing lyrics. Ears open up and pay attention.
From amazing 5-bedroom, 2-story homes to beautiful 2 bedrooms with office space, Celebrity Homes has the perfect home for you. Our homes come with amazing features: vaulted ceilings, sprinkler systems, quartz countertops, designer light packages, and more. Plus, Celebrity Homes is proud to offer our new exclusive closing package. Get a refrigerator, washer-dryer, garage door opener, instant access to Wi-Fi, professionally installed blinds, and up to $3,000 towards closing costs. Yes, it's all included. Visit CelebrityHomesOmaha.com today.
Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.